Our next speaker is Viktorija Gierer. She was born in Struga, Macedonia in 2001. Oh, in 2001? No, she wasn't born in 2001. And she's done great things, I'm sorry. Doesn't she? In 2001, she completed her university education at Primus Law Faculty in Skopje. 2 years later, in 2003, she was invited by Dr. Volker Rittberger to study in Germany at the Institute for Political Sciences to study the United Nations system, economy, and politics. Through this program, in 2004, she was able to participate in the internship program with the United Nations. Viktorija has completed a Master's of Science at the Faculty of Law in Skopje in the field of international law and politics, and is currently working towards her doctorate. Viktorija has had numerous positions in the German and Macedonian governments and is currently Deputy Head of the International Law Department at the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Macedonia. She is fluent in English and German and has participated in many international and domestic conferences, seminars, and symposiums. She has written articles for international publications on minorities in Southeast Europe, as well as the role of international organizations. And she is a published author in human rights.
Thank you so much, Sophie, for your introduction. On the very beginning, it's not only a pleasure for us as a Ministry of Foreign Affairs to be really officially present today here with you, but it's also a duty for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to be present on such a conferences which are dealing with the Macedonian identity or Macedonian future in this globalized world. Just to say briefly regarding what Mr. Alexander Nikolowski was talking here about, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs had 5 foreign goals. One of them was visa liberalization, which was mentioned from Mr. Nikolowski. The other one is overcoming of the issue of the name difference. And NATO membership is the third one. And the fourth one is strengthening the economic and public diplomacy and the regional cooperation with the neighborhood. I would like only to add, related to the relationship with NATO, I would like only to add that after NATO summit in Bucharest, the Republic of Macedonia is committed to no other alternative than the process of integration into NATO and the EU. The integration into the family of free democracies is not a matter of choice for the Republic of Macedonia. Neither it stands as an imposed obligation, but it's merely a matter of natural fusion of the goals and values to which the country is fully committed. Regarding the Republic of Macedonia and European Union relationship, I would like only to add that Republic of Macedonia is really actively involved in the EU common foreign and security policy. What I mean by this, upon the invitation of the EU, the Republic of Macedonia aligns with the declarations, statements, joint EU positions, harmonizing thus its foreign policy with that one of the EU. As far as you know, Macedonia is part also of the United Nations system. We are part of many of the agencies. They are part of this organization. Related to the Council of Europe, I was also 3 years at the permanent mission in Strasbourg. And I will only add that as part of the 15 years long cooperation of the country within the Council of Europe, the representatives of the government institutions are regularly and actively participating in the work of the administrative, ad hoc and expert committees of the Council of Europe, the meeting of which are aimed at implementing an intergovernmental programs of activities, as well as harmonizing the European policy. Related to the OSCE organization, I will only add that in 2009, for the first time of the Macedonian history, a Macedonian diplomat was appointed for the position of head of office of the OSCE in Turkmenistan. That's the Ambassador Tsekoli. We are part also of the Organization on Francophonie since 2006. But now I will talk a bit about the relationship with the diaspora. Taking into the consideration that the significance of the national identity and the values of the Macedonian people for sovereignty, independence, and security of the state, the ministry attaches special importance to the promotion of the national culture and spiritual identity beyond the borders of the Republic of Macedonia. Care for the position of the Macedonian communities living outside the state borders and for the improvement of the legal status and treatment of the Macedonian national minority in other countries, in conformity with the international treaties and concluded bilateral agreements, represents one of our major foreign policy. The new approach of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in the work with and in respect of the diaspora implies concentration of the thus far dispersed concept of diaspora, including the definition of the term as a concept that involves the Macedonian national minority, the immigrants, that mean the former nationals of the Republic of Macedonia, as well as all nationals of the Republic of Macedonia staying and working abroad, regardless of the duration of their stay, and the ethnic Macedonians that have never had Macedonian nationality. This has created the basic preconditions in order that the ministry could perform its functions, like the strategic and political and analytical dimension of the activities in respect of the diaspora. Furthermore, according to the new concept of diaspora, the ministry's activities undertaken in the last period are the following. We have the immigration coordination body. I don't know how many of you knows this. The key novelty can be seen in the application to the government with project proposals, which the government approved and allocated budget funds under the so-called Program 40. Second, government-sponsored scholarship for persons belonging to the Macedonian national minority. We have already experienced with the procedure for the year 2005-06 academic year was conducted in February 2006 and afterwards also until today. Our government sponsored, together with the Ministry of Education and Science, up to the year of 2009-2010, 35 scholarships. The procedure itself envisaged dissemination through the Macedonian diplomatic and consular mission within the Macedonian national minority communities and other forms of the organizations of the enrollment conditions for studies at the university in Macedonia.